All right, Shalom. Before I start, I'm give all praises to Yahweh, B'Hashem Yahushai, B'Hashem Rachakorash. Give honor to the apostles, elders, great millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to Alek Akim. Wakwakim, learning, teaching, and truth and sincerity. And this is going to be another quick video. I was doing some reading earlier. All right, here out of the book of Acts. All right, and as the title is, it says prophets congregate with prophets. All right, and actually, let's get the meaning of the word congregate. All right, and I titled this video, all right, in that way because, you know, the men of the Lord can only, in modern day terms, can only fuck with the men of the Lord. Prophets can only fuck with the prophets. All right, the holy men can only fuck with those that's holy. All right, when you look at the men of old, all right, King David wasn't hanging out with fucking low life beasts. All right, Elijah, he wasn't it's a lot. Let me backspace that out. Elijah wasn't hanging out with the prophets of Baal, right? He wasn't a fan of them, right? Then that's how you look. You people that talk smack about us here at Great Millstone, all right, our apostles and elders. Hey, it's perfectly fine. We can only be around those that are similar and like-minded. We can't fellowship and let me see. It's a lot. Let me retype this in. We can't fellowship with people that aren't about doing the will of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. That's why we're not willing to meet up with these other camps when they do that whole Israelite summit, and you have people that don't believe in the name, you have people that do believe the name. We can't be around people like that. You have to have the same mindset, all right? All right, the same goals, the same aspirations, all right? And it's the same way for the apostles back then, and I got a scripture to prove it, all right? The apostles and the prophets stuck with each other. Why? Because that's all that they had. Everybody else was against the apostles and the prophets. All the nation of Israel hated the prophets. So the prophets only felt comfortable around each other. King David and John, the men of the Lord only are comfortable around the men of the Lord. We can only congregate with other men of the Lord. All right, this is the word congregate. And that's how you, hey, this is the word congregate. It says gather into a crowd or mass. So we can only gather into crowds with those that are of a similar and like mind. Actually, let me type that in before I forget because I just forgot. It's a lot. Like mind. We can only be around those that are similar, those that want to worship Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai in spirit and in truth. I can't hang out with drug dealers. I can't hang out with crackheads. I can't hang out with murderers. I can't hang out with adulterous niggas that just sit up and brag about having sex with other men's women. I can't hang out with basketball players. I can't hang out with fucking surfers. The prophets can only deal and be around the prophets. All right, which shows you who the true prophets are. All right, yes. According to scriptures, we know we have to be able, what the scriptures say, be all things unto all men. We know how we have to move in this society. But hey, the elect only love the elect in the 1/3. That's who we show true kinsmanship with. Everything else is fake and just a game. All right, your coworkers at work, yeah, I laugh and crack jokes with my coworkers. They suspect nothing of me concerning this truth. But you think I care about them? I go home, I come pray for the Akim. I pray for the apostles. I don't pray for my fucking coworkers. I don't pray for the people at the gym that I may know. I don't pray for a couple cashiers at Kroger that are nice to me. The prophets can only deal and congregate and be around. Let's see some of the synonyms. I have it on screen. I'm not going to bring it up. Prophets can only assemble with each other, gather with each other, all right, collect with each other. It says flock together. If you try to find the prophets, look at who's all doing the work in righteousness and of a like mind. All right. Now let me get this real quick before I get to the main two scriptures that I want to get. Let's see. Let's see, Salat. Khan, this is Philippians 2:2. It says, Philippians chapter 2, verse 2 says, fulfill ye my joy, that ye be like-minded, having the same love, being of one accord, of one mind. And that's what the elect, all right, the prophets, the 1/3, that's how they're going to be, of one mind, one love, of one accord. And name Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. That's how it's going to be. We can't hang out with you people saying Yeshua. We can't hang out with you people that teach Esau, the so-called white man, can and is going to make it. We can't be, I can't. I'm not going to. All right. So now let's get the main one. This is Acts chapter 2, verse 44. It says, and all that believed were together and had all things common. All right. This was the apostles had just did the speaking in tongues. All right. And had converted many Israelites. They believed in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, and they woke up, they repented. All right, so it says, and all that believed were together and had all things common. So they was congregating with one another. It says, and sold their possessions and goods and parted them to all men as every man had need. So they traded with one another. It is all about the brotherhood. All right, brothers will go out, man. You think brothers will work extra hours at the job because they know that a brother needs something. All right, brothers may go sell their PlayStation to get some brothers a pair of shoes. This what the prophets is the holy men. All right, those that are holy, kodash, separate, can only be the word is self-explanatory, separate. We're not like the rest of you people in the world. All right, and if you when you were in the world, all right, you could feel that there was something different, even though you might have been hanging out with your friends every day doing the same exact stuff, but you could feel something wasn't right. You could feel something was different. They just weren't on the same mindset as you. Your family, you might have been the black sheep of your family. All right. Continuing on, verse 46, it says, and they continuing daily with one accord in the temple and breaking bread from house to house. So they were dwelling with one another. All right, breaking bread. It says, did eat their meat with gladness and singleness of heart. All right, gladness and singleness of heart. They're all on the same mind. And that's another thing. Prophets can only really live with prophets, man. When you come into this truth, you find fellow Akim, and the situations may occur where you have to live with each other. And that's the only way you feel comfortable. I can't live with any of my blood relatives and feel comfortable and be myself. I can't. When I was living in my father's house, I had to couldn't be too loud when doing my videos, or I had to leave the house. All right. If one of the Akim came over, we had to be quiet. We couldn't be talking directly. We couldn't have direct spiritual conversation around them because they'd get offended. All right. But when it's you and the Akim, you can talk about all the scriptures all day, night, all day long, and not give a care. All right. Verse 47 says, praising the Most High power and having favor with all the people, and the Lord added to the church daily such as should be saved. All right. And that's what the prophets, that's what the holy men, that's what the elect, I don't know the Hebrew for 1/3, but that's what the elect and the 1/3 are going to do, praising the Most High and continually with each other daily until we get out of here. That's who you know. That's how you know who's. Hey, we don't know who's exactly who in reincarnation, but this love that we have for one another, this is ancient love, man. There's brothers that I've only known for the past several years, and I say I love them more than any of the people that I'm related to. The Akim in this camp, if I gotta die for them, then so be it. Now for niggas in my family, I would rather not have to die for any individual, especially my direct brother on my father's side, my younger brother. He's a monstrous nigga. All right, but it shows you the difference between those that are doing right and those that are doing wrong. We can't intermingle. That's why here at Great Millstone, we don't want to be bothered with you other camps. We can't have what you think to be proper doctrine. We can't have that. We don't need that mixing in our pot. The mark of the beast is RFID chip. If you don't think so, we can't mess with you. All right. If you don't believe this America is going to be destroyed in thermonuclear warfare, we can't mess with you. If you don't believe that Esau's so-called white man is going to slavery, we can't mess with you. That's just how it is. All right, another one. Sirach chapter 13. A lot. Let me get to the Sirach chapter 13. I thought I was on it. It's a lot. Hey, it's a killer. 13 and where's that? 16. Yep. Let's see. I'm gonna start at verse 15. Sirach chapter 13, verse 15. It says, "Every beast loveth his like, and every man loveth his neighbor." So dogs mess with dogs. Dogs can't be best friends with cats. Dogs can't be best friends with birds. Dogs mess with dogs. When a dog wants to mate, it's not gonna go up on a turtle and then try to produce. The dog gonna go to a dog. All right. A squirrel's gonna go looking for a squirrel. A potato, it wants to be a potato. Potato not trying to be a carrot or hang out and grow into a carrot. All right. And this, it says in verse 16, or no, in the end of verse 15, it says, "And every man loveth his neighbor." All right. And back then we used to live according to our lands and tribes. Israelites was messing with Israelites. Moab was messing with Moab. That's how it's supposed to be. All right. The righteous is supposed to be with the righteous and the wicked to the wicked. The separation. Verse 16, "All flesh consorteth according to kind, and a man will cleave to his like." Or and the next a man will cleave to his like. So the righteous man is looking for other righteous men to be with. And I'll even say this: the righteous sisters are looking for other righteous sisters to be with. Because you have, they're not out in the open on camera, and neither are they supposed to be. All right, but the righteous women, you have, I'll say, women that are in a righteous mindset. They don't like the things that these wicked slores do out here. There's even women that know that they're Israelites, they'll know they're Israelite, but they talking all types of smack, trying to tell their man what to do, trying to read their man scriptures. And I'm willing to bet you got certain sisters that know that's wrong and that will detest that. All right, the righteous cleave unto the righteous. And that's how it's supposed to be. Verse 17, and it explains it perfectly. I couldn't have made a better analogy. It says, "What fellowship hath the wolf with the lamb? So the sinner with the godly." Plain and simple. All right. This is a verse. Here, hang on. So, verse 19, it says, "As the wild ass is the lion prey in the wilderness, so the rich eat up the poor." So there also the rich can't be with the poor. All right, and the poor can't hang out with the rich. Bill Gates is not hanging out with the bums in his city. All right, it's the same thing. It's the same thing now. All right, you're not gonna have the apostles here in modern day, the prophets here in modern day, out here in the club turning up with the niggas, talking shit about niggas, turning up with the smoking blunt with the niggas. Now I hate these niggas, and you at the club doing all that. No, right? The righteous can only be around, tolerate, understand, love, care for, and comprehend those that are also righteous. The wicked can only love, care for, understand, comprehend those that are wicked. And you know what? Actually, let me get this. Let me get this, and that shows, hey, if you're upright or not. If these people in the world just absolutely, you're just, hey, some might not be right. People don't look at you some type of other way and be like, damn, you're kind of different, or damn, you're weird. All right, there actually might be something wrong. You shouldn't be able to hang out with gang banging Trey from down the block and not be irked and vexed in the fucking spirit. All right, John chapter 15, verse 19, it says, if you are of the world will love his own, but because you're not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you. So those that are righteous are set apart and are hated from the world, chosen directly by Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right, verse 19, this is back in the Sirach 13, verse 20 now. It says, as the proud hate humility, so doth the rich abhor the poor. All right. So, hey, that's really a quicker lesson. Hey, the prophets can only be around the prophets. Those that are doing right can only be around those that are doing right. It only makes sense. Fire can't be best friends with water. They're polar opposites. Up can't be hanging out with down. All right. Left ain't best friends with right. It's either one or the other. All right. And that's why here at Great Millstone, we don't intermingle. We don't F with a lot of these other Israelite camps out here. I can't, if you're saying a higher, a shar higher, I don't want to stand next to you. I'm not willing to die for you. All right. If you don't know what the mark of the beast is by now, I don't need you near me in them times and in them days. If you don't even believe that Jacob's trouble is coming, I really don't want you near me, because you liable to turn on me then. All right. So that's and I'm gonna read that word congregate again, and I'm gonna end it. All right. Taking it back to that Acts, because they was happy, man. And times the apostles, they were happy. Why? Because there was brethren that were of a like mind that believed in Yahushua. When you had all the wicked Israelites that was walking around talking about the law, but was wicked as all hell. You had the Romans beating everybody's heads in. You had many of our people becoming heathenistic. Then you had the heathens in themselves. So it was a great joy. That's why they was happy, and that's why they was selling their shit to help support the brotherhood. That's why they was living with one another. Why? Because it's a great thing for the righteous to run into each other, man. The righteousness is scarce in this world. All right, so let me read this word congregate once more. It says, gather into a crowd or mass. It says assemble, gather, collect, rendezvous, muster, meet, amass. All right, these are all synonyms. All right, the righteous can only gather with those that are righteous. All right, so I'm ending on that. I hope it was an edifying lesson. So with that, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rachafarash. Give honors to the apostles and those of their millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations. All right, Akim, walk with them, learning, teaching in truth and sincerity. And with that, I'm going to say shalom.